Eliot spent his childhood in an upper-class family where his father was a businessman and his mother worked as a schoolteacher. His mother was also a poet, and it is from her that Eliot picked up his talent and love for poetry. Upon graduating from high school, Eliot spent a year at a prep school in Massachusetts, followed by attending Harvard University. After graduating in 1909, he attended graduate schools at Harvard in Paris and in London. It was during his early years in England that he found grew of his new country. After finishing at Merton College in London, Eliot took school teaching positions that kept him in England, followed by positions at a bank and with a British publishing company, where he stayed the majority of his working career. In 1927, Eliot gave up his American citizenship and officially became a British subject. Eliot was to pursue four careers: editor, dramatist, literary critic, and philosophical poet. He was probably the most unique poet of his time in the English language. His undergraduate poems were literary and conventional. His first important publication and the first masterpiece of modernism in English was The Love Story of J. Alfred Prufrock. Let us go then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky, like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights and one-night cheap hotels, and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent, to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. Eliot's theories about modern poetry are enacted in his work. His writing exemplifies not only modernity but also the modernist mode. It seeks to put the reader off balance so as to capture the incoherent and dislocations of bewildering age. Modern life is chaotic, fertile, and fragmentary. Eliot argues that modern poetry must be difficult to match the intricity of modern experience. Poetry should reflect this fragmentary nature of life. Quote, the poet must become more and more comprehensive, more elusive, more indirect in order to force, to dislocate, if necessary, language in his meaning. This nature of life should be projected, not analyzed. Some styles and techniques that Eliot uses are: he disconnects from images and symbols, he uses literary allusions and references, sometimes very obscure. He also highly expresses meter, rhythm of free verse, metaphysical, whimsical images, and flexible tone.
What?